Mulder, the truth is out there. But so are lies.
Absolutely. Can't go wrong with that. If you've been paying attention, you know what's going on. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm just checking things over. I'm sure I've done that before I went live. Right, we're all good. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to, hold on, wait, what's the name? A Blinken. I put you in Google Translate and I got your name right. Thank God for that. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, man. And enjoy this intro. Let's do this. No, wrong one. It's wrong button. This one here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Alien Addict. This is a show where we deep dive into the history of ufology using original publications and materials, because we all know that the truth is out there. Happy Friday to you all. Hope you're all doing well. Heatwave is over. Yay! Back to another heatwave next week. Yay! God, that was a hot one and it's a spicy one as well. Not see the sweat off my forehead on the last one. It's bloody terrible. But happy Friday. A cooler Friday, I should say. Yes, kicking off, I would like to say a massive thank you to Ablican. That's right. Hold on. I got it in Google Translate. Wait for it. A Blinken. That's it. Yeah. Thank you much. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Much appreciated, man. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy the show. And I hope you enjoyed last week's show with a bit of a deep dive into the Nazi flying saucers. But yeah, so today we are going to have a little look at, well, that's not the real photograph on the left-hand side, but it's to do with the Black Forest, the UFO crash in 1936. Where did the story actually begin? I'm about to show you. But don't worry, today's show is about an hour and a half, guys, okay? Normally I go for like 2.5 hours, but I've got to be up tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the morning for exercise at 6. I don't know why I do it, but I'm doing it. But let's get on to chat. Nice to see you, won't you, Saxon? Hope you're doing well. And happy Friday to you, man. And thank you so much, man. Yes, there are a lot of lies in ufology, and we shall be going through that today. But hope you're doing well, man. Nice to see you. John Strokes, thanks for the shout out, mate. Much appreciated. Scoundrel, that's right, I remember. My reading is not up to scratch, but don't worry, I'm learning. But nice to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Corbell's cat. Happy Friday. Nice to see you. Science Evidence Fringe News Network. How's it going, man? Nice to see you. Yeah. I clicked the wrong button, Paul. Nice to see you, man. And what's that in your thumbnail or avatar there? You've got a beer or lager. I must stress, I do apologise for last week's show. I might have been a little bit tipsy. But there was strong cocktails I had, 14%. But I've got two more I've got to finish off. I have a peach, God knows what that one is, Smirnoff Ice, and I've got a passion fruit martini. And these are only 5% and not like 20% like last week. Woo! Because that was a dodgy one, wasn't it, Twisted Hippie? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. And Mark Jeffrey, wait. You're coming up, brother. Much appreciated, man. I've got to thank you, and I'll thank you in a sec. But it's nice to see you, man. She pop up. Nice to see you too. WAF 007B. That sounds familiar. It's not the WoW signal, is it? No, I don't think it is actually. No, my bad. But it's nice to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. And my cat's food is about to fall off the shelf. And we've got here Alien Addict. You're banned. Get out of here. If I said hello to you, Ray, I don't think I did. Nice to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you too, Ben. I think that's it. I think that is it, mule cock. And oh no, here we are. Budicon. Is that right? I'm gonna write this down and put you in Google Translate. I think that's right. I'll do that in a sec. Nice to see you. Welcome on in. And oh, Bob Lazar, there you are. Missed you, Mr. Rocket Man. Hope you're doing well. And we have Chameleon UK. Nice to see you all. Thanks for popping into the chat. It's much appreciated. Well, popping into the show. That's right. Is that right? Budicon. I'll get there. I think that's right. Right. Much appreciated too. Where are you two? You're in chat somewhere. Mr. Mark Jeffrey, because Mark has kindly sent me a number of books. And here we have them. And we'll show you one of the pages because it links into one of the videos today, okay? So it didn't ask money for it. I feel bad, Mark. I want to give you some money, brother. But you know, he kindly sent these to me. And yeah, these are part of my... Well, they're in good hands, put it that way. They're in very, very good hands. And they've got some really good information in here, especially the Jerry Randall's one. I'm not too sure what happened to Jerry Randall's. But yeah, this is it. That's the Communion Alien. I haven't got the book Communion. But anyway, but he sent me 2 PS2 games. That one looks really interesting. I've actually got my PS3 set up, which actually plays PS1 games. And I've just heard recently, well, I heard my Mrs. bitching, because she's a gamer, she does like Twitch and all that, that Sony are stopping physical copies. And they're doing that with GTA 6, aren't they? And a lot of people are pissing them in about it. And quite rightly so, because the thing is, you know, it's like these books being disbanded, you know what I mean? It's like they can easily... Well, the phrase is going, and my missus said this to me, you will own nothing and you'll be happy. I'm like, bloody hell, like, that's a New World Order phrase there, babe. You came up with that? But it's true, isn't it? This is why I preserve my collection behind me, and Mark Jeffrey has kindly sent these to me, and I will at due course go through these books, because some really, really good stuff in there, some like old cases, like I like to bring up here on Alien Addict. So yeah, Mark, much appreciated, brother. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And what I was actually planning to do is have some Alien Addict t-shirts. And I'll just send... If you give me a gift, I'll give you a t-shirt. There we go. So that'll be in due course. So, but once again, Mark, much appreciated, brother. Thank you so much. It is really much appreciated. And your books and your PS1 games are in good hands, put it that way. But yeah, thank you so much, man. Much appreciated. You had them for many years. Yeah, I was saying they're quite vintage, aren't they? Quite vintage. Jerry Vandals was last heard living with her mother in Aberdeen. Is that? Oh, it's in Wales. Abergele, is that right? Gleen? See, I can't read. I'm off the weed and I still can't read. Anyway, but yeah, I think she went a bit skeptic, I think, didn't she? Jerry Randall's? I'm not too sure. But anyway, just to show you, I wonder if it's actually going to show it. I think it is actually. My book collection is like that. Okay, I will need another bookshelf. Okay, so I have all my magazines at the bottom. I have my VHS tapes. And they're all my books right there. That is a bit controversial. Shall I just tell you? I don't think I can show you it, but that in there is. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to get like banned off YouTube. It's an original publication from Germany in 1935. Yes, it's like a propaganda pamphlet. It's not. It's an actual booklet from of 1935. So yeah, it was before World War II. So yeah, in due course, I think I'm in YouTube's naughty corner at the moment. So, but yeah, that's what I got at the moment. So there we go. That is my wonderful book collection. Oh, here he is, Mr. I Bring in Mice, and then go say hello, darling. He's like, put me down for Christ's sake. Right, what's going on for today's show? Right, so thanks, Mark, much appreciated. When I was in boot camp the other day, Alan, who is my boot camp teacher, his wife as well owns a gym. And as we're sort of stretching off after Tabata, I noticed something on her foot. And I can't believe this. It's the number 1111. And I thought, you're joking me. And eventually I ended up saying to Meg, so Meg, I've noticed you got the number 1111 tattooed on your foot. And she fundamentally believes it's like the angel number, and she recommended me a book that I completely forgot about, but she's just like me. What's boot camp, for fuck's sake? I'll tell you in a sec. But she's a firm believer in 1111. She sees it all the time, and I'm like, oh, me too. I see it on a constant basis, and she was going through what the actual meaning of it was. I mean, I know what the meaning is, but it's what to do with it. This is it. Right, boot camp, Country Saxon. Okay, it's physically and mentally draining. Okay, so that hour, it's high intense cardio. You have no rests, you have no drinks. Well, I don't anyway. It can be 28 degrees in there, and you're not allowed to have any rest. And my boot camp teacher will call you to see you next Tuesday. I'm not going to say the word here. But it's like one exercise after another, and it's stressful mentally and physically. So it's a bit like an SAS style training, is a bit like that. So it's very intense, and it's hard work, and that's what I do. I'm actually going to be doing that tomorrow as well. So that's boot camp. So it's a bit like an army SAS training. So it can be very, very stressful. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, yes. Yeah, my boot camp teacher, he's pretty wild after. Swears a lot. But anyway, hey, Grandmaster Gab, nice to see you, man. Who's Meg before? Oh no, Meg. She's a feisty woman. She's my boot camp teacher's wife, and I would not want to mess with her because she would knock you out. Honestly, she's like one of that sort type of woman. Honestly, I'm not joking. Army S, is it SS training? Or no, it's SAS, isn't it? SS. That's German stuff, isn't it? Anyway, well, no, yeah, it's I've been doing it for a number of years, mate. But yeah, could have been an awkward conversation if it never. Oh, exactly, mate, exactly. But yeah, that is basically boot camp. But no, she's into like number 1111. She sees it just like me. Social security. So yeah, it's very, very high intense. So I obviously do weightlifting as well. So I'm pretty much exercising throughout the week, basically. So same with the missus as well. But anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about UFOs and stuff like that. What's been going on this week? Well, I'll talk about what's been going on this week. But I want to talk about something that, who did bring this up in the last week's show? It might have been Green Tea, actually. So in 1984, there was this like a fake alien invasion happened at the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles, I believe. And I'm preparing a video for Rick Clay's video coming up soon. So I want to sort of talk about it a little bit. And I'm just going to show just a very, very short clip. Before we get into the German flying saucer book in a sec. Where is it to? Where are we to on here? Right, here we go. So people don't realize that there was a semi-fake alien invasion that happened in 1984 at the Olympics. And right here, I'm going to bring this up. So this is Rick Clay, Zion, 2012, XXX Olympic Games. This is the full interview. And it says a time zone right here. I'm going to put that over to 433. But then I'm going to play Bill Cooper and what he says about this, okay? So, hey, another 1111. Beautiful. Right, check this out.
Yeah.
And then, you know, moving on, I started thinking, well, you know, the year 1984, there's obviously
Dan.
Olympics in that year.
I see you.
And it's synonymous with the George Orwell book of Big Brother and, you know, a completely, you know, oppressive state, if you like, a New World Order kind of background.
Yeah.
And I'd briefly remembered hearing things about a closing ceremony in the 1984 Olympics and did some rooting around on the internet and obviously came across a video. In the 1984 Olympics, which were held in Los Angeles, they closed the ceremony and the audience didn't even expect this because most of the audience thought it was real at the time. It closed with a UFO flying over the Olympic Stadium, kind of communicating with the audience in a Close Encounters of the Third Kind style. The UFO eventually closes down and lands in the center of the stadium.
The glow from behind the arena. The spaceship has actually landed. Will they send a messenger?
So this was the closing ceremony for the Olympics that happened in Los Angeles. Check this out.
The full moon over Los Angeles. That's the real one.
At which point there's a load of smoke, and then this alien gets out and tells the audience that he likes what he sees there.
He thinks we have a visitor.
The alien himself. That is no one on stilts. That is a man 7 feet 8 inches tall.
So you got this really strange thing out of the middle of nowhere. No one was expecting it, and I don't know how you'd ever connect Olympics with this UFO event in the first place.
Yeah, yeah.
But basically, obviously, 1984 symbolic year, UFO landing. So you start thinking stuff going on.
Yeah.
Not sure what. I can't really put my finger on things. And at this point, I'd decided to move away from the Olympics.
Okay, so that's just a very, very short clip from Rick Clay talking about this ceremony that happened at the closing ceremony of the Olympics, okay? But then I found a video from Bill Cooper talking about this, okay? Check this out. Now, he's got a whole different perspective on what this technology, well, the whole ceremony was about, okay? If that happened, I mean, the whole scenario in regards of what we're about to see now of the alien ship with the alien popping out, people on X would literally lose their shit if they saw this. It would be like, it would spread like wildfire, basically, as like a precursor to the fake alien invasion, so to speak, basically. But I did find this here. I found it quite fascinating, actually. We get to see the full thing. Who was this? Anthony Goldman. Nice to see you, man. The 11. The key is the cipher for the UFOnauts. Oh, is it? Okay, fair enough, man. It was nice to see you. Welcome on in. Did I miss anyone here? I think I said hello to you, Dan. Yeah, I think I did. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. I'll just go through chat quickly. I don't think I missed anyone. Grandmaster Gav, did I say hello to you? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, probably. Oh, here we are, Dan. 1111 to me is the power of suggestion. That actually just crop up, actually, as one of the meanings for it. It's like a multitude of meanings. Intuition, manifestation. I did a video on it on Alien Addict to go check it out. But yeah, I firmly believe that, mate. Absolutely. Let's check out Bill Cooper talking about this ceremony. It's immensely fascinating. Check this out.
Did you see the ending of the Olympic Games in 1984?
Yes.
You should get a tape of the closing ceremony. It was heard at night in the UFO.
A spacecraft held by helicopter.
Well, it wasn't held by a helicopter. There was no helicopter up there holding this thing. They'll tell you that, but it's not true. Can you imagine the liability that they would have if they were carrying this thing suspended on a cable underneath a helicopter over the heads of hundreds of thousands of people? They wouldn't do
You're
it.
meaning to say that that thing used in the 1984 Olympics, the closing ceremony,
Was under its own power.
was under its own power?
Yes,
That's fascinating, with these laser lights dancing out of it?
that's right. There was no helicopter. There was no cable.
Whoa, that is heavy news.
Typical Bill Cooper. Here we go, check this out. Oh, I tell you what, before I play the video, yeah, the Mandela effect happened recently. Time was altered, good or bad. Well, that kind of links into the CERN being switched off until 2030. And that's a whole new aspect of altering our reality, like something's resetting, so to speak. Like, I think a lot of people are blaming CERN for a lot of, like, something doesn't quite feel right. Reality doesn't seem the same like it used to be. And I would agree with that 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Put my hand up on that one. It's like something feels odd. Am I blaming CERN? Well, looking through the technology, what its capability of it could actually be done to our planet, to us, to our reality, I would say so. Absolutely 100%. I tell you what, I'll bring that up on next week's show, actually. I might do a video on that because it's immensely fascinating watching these videos on it. But yeah, the Mandela effect, yeah, absolutely. It's a real phenomenon, as one would say. And the thing is with that, Dan, is that everyone keeps on saying the same thing. This is it. It's not just one person. It's like thousands of people are saying the same thing. Oh, I do miss Bill. It was wacky ideas. Right, here we are. It's a ceremony. Check this out. For now, until 2030, I think. Hey, Chillster, how's it going, mate? Nice to see you. Oh, really? Right, just imagine this happening now in 2026 at this sort of ceremony. Check this out.
Ruimtevaartuig aan, een soort vliegende schotel, ontworpen door Bob Gurr. Werkzaam bij Walt Disney.
Is it in English?
Met zijn schijnwerpers het publiek in het Colosseum verlicht.
Oh, you remember this, Anthony? Is it in English? I don't think it is, actually. Okay, right. First things first. Bill Cooper said this wasn't attached to a helicopter. And you can clearly hear a helicopter in here. Not saying it's connected to the UFO. Because he says that flying saucer was actually anti-gravity. But you can hear the helicopter. Yeah, exactly, Paul. Yeah, you can hear it. It's loud and clear. Okay, let's move up a little bit. See what this actually does. Okay. If this was a fake alien invasion, it's a really, really bad one, because it should have took the helicopter noise out of it.
Titta här. Där uppe på punkt, det står liksom en varelse från en främmande planet.
I have come a long way.
Jag har kommit en lång väg.
What I have seen.
Därför jag tyckte om det jag har sett.
By a belief in the limitless possibilities of human achievement. For almost 100 years you have celebrated the best that humanity has to offer. You call it the Olympic Games. And for that, and for the cities which have kept the Olympic ideal alive, I salute you!
There we go. There we go. That's it. It's impressive though, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I look at that. Ah, music. But now I would say they would use some sort of... Actually, come to think about it, they would use drones. A series of a series of drones in sequence. So I've seen some quite impressive stuff in regards to what drones can actually do. But yes, they did have a semi-fake alien invasion at the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles, closing ceremony. So there we go. I just remembered Rick Clay talking about it. I think it might have been Green Tea talked about it in the last live stream. Well, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's one for the history books, isn't it? But no, that clearly that alien was fake. Well, that's gorgeous. That I definitely recommend everyone to buy that. Peach smeared off Miami, what was it? Peach flavor lemonade vodka. Not really a vodka person. In fact, the day after the Friday show, me and the missus got hammered. Good question, Sheepopop. Why? I don't know. You think 1984? Yeah, it's not like ufology like today, day and age. In fact, I know, Paul. I know I'm not really a vodka person, but it's quite nice though. I have to admit, it's quite nice. Yeah. Why not? This is it. I think at this point where the topics of UFOs is quite open, isn't it? And in fact, a lot of people in my boot camp started to talk about UFOs to me. Like, okay, what do you think? What's been going on? Because they're not really clued in. Okay, they're consider them as normies. Okay, and they do ask me questions because they know I've got a YouTube channel. They know I do a lot of research into this subject. But they're still very, very skeptical. Now, you think from 1984, bear in mind, I was born 1989, so I didn't know what it was like in 1984. So the topics of UFOs were still a bit stigmatized, I would imagine. But to pull a stunt like that, and why would they do it? I don't know. For entertainment purposes, though? To scare the public? To prepare the public? Or is it predictive programming? You don't know. This is it. Leads on to Wednesday, because Wednesday is the July the 8th, the apparently disclosure speech. We'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, there we go. It's you don't do peach. Oh no, you don't do peach. Peach is lush, mate. So I've got a mango one here. Do you like mango? Give that a go. That's quite nice, actually, I have to admit. But yeah, why not? This is it. It's a bit like the Brazilian woman who talked about that the fact there would be like an alien invasion at the World Cup from between Scotland and was it Brazil, wasn't it? Nothing happened. It'd be impressive if something did, though. This is it. So yeah, I thought I'd show you that, guys, and take what you will out of it. So right, okay. But today's topic mainly, okay. I've got an hour left of this show. Okay, I said I was just going to go an hour and a half. Right. The topic of this UFO crash that happened in the Black Forest in 1936. Okay, a lot of people don't really know where the story came from, and I'm going to tell you where it came from a very controversial book. We have to go back to 1995. Okay, to this book. Where we to? This book is actually banned in Germany. Okay, this is the German version of. I forgot the title. I got it. So this book here by Jan van Helsing. It's not his real name. Okay, that's his pseudonym. I forgot what his real name is, but this book is called "Secret Societies and Their Power in the 20th century. And it mentions about German flying saucers. We're going to get to that in a sec. It also mentions about the black. This is the first mention of the crashed flying saucer in the Black Forest. Okay. To be honest with you, anything after this might have been made up. I mean, with the internet, it tends to, I would say, they twist the story a little bit. They add details to the existing story, which is only a very, very short paragraph that actually mentions it in here, which I'm going to show you, okay? So this is where it all started from, okay? And this came out, I think it was 1995, wasn't it? So look, yes, copyrighted 1995, okay? So Jan van Helsing knew Norbert Jürgen Rathofer, part of the THG Society, the Tempelhof Gesellschaft, which was a neo-Nazi society. I don't know. There's not a lot of information in regards to this society, the Tempelhof Gesellschaft, where the story of the Haunebu Vril, Maria Orsic, and the expansion of the Vril Society really came from. So Jan van Helsing knew Norbert Jürgen Rathofer, and that's where a lot of these stories in this book come from. Okay, we're going to get to the time machine in a sec. I'm going to leave that there for the time being. So remember, Black Forest, crashed UFO from this book here. Okay, put that back. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I do have this translated into English, and I actually have Jenny, my AI girlfriend. Shh, don't tell the missus. She's going to talk about this. Okay, it's 20 minutes long, but I'm not going to play the whole thing. Okay, I do have the whole chapter which talks about the Vril flying saucers. I'm just going to take a small chapters basically, so it's not going to be 20 minutes, guys. It's probably just be like 5 minutes, okay, to show you where the story came from. So what I'm going to do here is go through my notes and let's bring up my thingy here. I do have it here. I'm going to go to chapter 10, and I'm going to click that, and make sure that's on. I just got to say it, Nazi, you know. It's just it just got to be said, you know. If I say the N word, people will think about I'm being racist. I'm really not. It's just Alien Addict shadow banned. I'll talk about that later anyway. But right, okay. First things first. Let's get to chapter 10, which is, see, this is what I do on Alien Addict. You get proper research. Okay, you do get some channels that just play videos, but I'm old school. I'll show you chapters through books. I'll translate things that is in multicultural language and pull it through AI, and I'll get Jenny, my AI girlfriend, to basically speak for us. Oh, it's brilliant. Love it. I love this type of research. So chapter 10, I'm blabbering on. Not having to go at other channels, but you see what I do. Right, in here, your cock. Is this the right one? Yeah, right. Right at the top here. This is the first real mention of that crashed flying saucer in the Black Forest. I'm going to play this.
The question arises here.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, you can hear it. Brilliant. Okie dokie. If I do that and then click play, right. I'm just going to play the whole thing here, okay? But specifically the top bit, okay? So this is all in German, translated it into English, all right? Check this out.
The question arises here. Where did the German secret societies Thule and Vril obtain the knowledge to build these flying objects? And also the knowledge of genetic engineering, in which the Germans were far ahead of other nations? According to Herbert G. Dorsey and other researchers, in addition to the Vril Society's blueprints, the intact propulsion system of an extraterrestrial flying saucer that crashed in the Black Forest in 1936 was a great help to the Germans, thanks to telepathic contact with extraterrestrials. However, there is virtually no evidence for this, not to mention any living eyewitnesses. But there are plenty of them in America. Because at the same time, the Americans had a whole series of crashes to report, which also couldn't be kept entirely secret. But we'll get to that later.
Okay, so I will do another video on the Black Forest crashed UFO, okay, but this is the first mention of it. It says here, however, there is no visual evidence for this event, okay? But you need to understand something. There was a crashed UFO that happened in Italy, and that got brought over into America. So maybe the Americans knew about what was going on at that time, all right? So this is why I need to do another episode on it. I just want to show you where the story really came from, okay? So it was saying here, according to Herbert G. Dorsey, another researcher additional to the Vril Society blueprints and intact propulsion systems of an extraterrestrial flying saucer that crashed in the Black Forest, was a great help to the Germans, thanks to the telepathic contact with extraterrestrials. Obviously, we're talking about Maria Orsic and the Vril Society and her mediums as well, like Tauta, Sigrun, but specifically Maria Orsic herself. Now, you want to talk about Haunebu and Vril flying saucers, you've got to mention Maria Orsic and the Vril Society. So why would the crashed flying saucer be a massive help in 1936 when they've already had this propulsion system already underway? This is it. I'm trying to make the connections together, okay? I know the story of Maria Orsic, the Vril Society, the correlation of the Haunebu and Vril flying saucers when it was developed, the people behind it, especially, it was developed in 1936, okay? But then they had this crashed flying saucer. Wasn't even mentioned in, for instance, these books here from the Tempelhof Gesellschaft, which was the story, the beginning of the story of the Haunebu and Vril flying saucers. So I'm trying to put the connections together, and this kind of, it doesn't really make sense, okay? But anyway, we'll just go with it for the time being, okay? Shall I play the rest of it? Why not? Go on then.
Back to the political events.
Hi, Hangs.
Besides the fact that IG Farben supported Hitler, its cartel partner,
Hey,
Standard Oil, Rockefeller, stirred up resentment against the Nazis. Or, for example, the Ford Motor Company built up military equipment for the American army, but at the same time produced military vehicles for the Nazis in Germany. Ford and Opel, a subsidiary of General Motors, controlled by J.P. Morgan, were the two largest tank manufacturers in Hitler's Germany.
True.
No matter how the war turned out, these multinationals had already won from the outset. Many companies operated according to this principle in World War II. Why don't we read about these things in school textbooks or encyclopedias? Especially in Germany, where there is supposedly freedom of the press and the truth is taught. This is partly because in 1946 the Rockefeller Foundation spent $139,000 to present an official version of World War II to the public, which concealed the entire establishment of the Nazi regime by U.S. bankers, as well as the occult mystical background of the Nazis. One of the main donors of the funds was Rockefeller's own Standard Oil Corp.
Yes. Okay, there's a reason why this book is banned in Germany, okay, because it does speak a few truths. I had to edit a few things out because it goes a bit to the Jews a little bit. But you see why this book is actually banned in Germany. You can't really talk about this stuff in Germany because you will either get stigmatized or your livelihood taken away. And I know a few people that's actually talked about this stuff in Germany, not specifically Germans, that people that did presentations in America, from America to Germany, talking about this sort of stuff, and they'd be like, you have no idea, like, we've been waiting to hear this from our own nation, but they won't talk about it because books like I just showed you right here are banned, completely banned in Germany. So that's just one chapter of that. But going back to the beginning, that's the first mention of the crash flying saucer in 1936. Okay, now it mentions Norbert Jorgen Rathofer in chapter 8 right here. Let's go to chapter 8. Is it this one here?
He had 8 months at his disposal but had to call it off after only 8 weeks and a high number of aircraft losses, which were never publicly disclosed.
So I'm just trying to find a bit. Hold on, guys. 2 seconds.
Others stated that there was an advanced civil.
Wait for it.
Norbert Jürgen Rathofer.
Okay, right. Okay, first things first. Who is Norbert Jürgen Rathofer? He is the guy, as well as Ralph Ettel, created the story of the Haunebu and Vril flying saucers. Not the Vril Society. They expanded on the Vril Society through their organization called the Tempelhof Gesellschaft, or the THG Society. They also co-written 3 documentaries that came out in the late 80s and early 90s. The German version of one of these documentaries was called UFOs, Secrets of the Third Reich, Strikes Back, and there was another one called UFOs, German Flying Saucers, Secrets of World War II, and there was another one called UFOs, Secrets of the Third Reich. No, it was the Third Reich Strikes Back, okay? And they're the ones that created the story of the Haunebu and Vril flying saucers, okay? I know that because I have the original publications right here. Is one of the original ones. I keep showing this. It's just I've got to keep repeating myself because I'm seeing videos online on YouTube that talk about Haunebu and Vril, but they have no concept of where the stories came from. Boom, right here, 1992. Okay, that is from the society itself. Extremely rare. This took me like 12 years to find on the internet. Okay, I've gone through this in detail on Alien Addict. Okay, so go check out my 34 parts that I've done in it. Okay, if you type in the Vril Society in one of the live streams in the search bar, you'll be able to find this. Okay, I do talk about it. But basically, I'm gonna play Norbert Jürgen Rathofer a bit so you can understand this here.
Norbert Jürgen Rathofer writes about the later fate of the Haunebu developments in his book Time Machines as follows. The Haunebu 1, 2 and 3 space flying gyroscopes and the Vril 1 space flying discs themselves, however, initially disappeared without a trace from May 1945 onwards. In this context, it is highly interesting that the Reich German Haunebu 3, after its 19th test flight, is said to have launched on April 20, 1945, from Neuschwabenland, a huge territory in East Antarctica that was officially part of the Reich at the time, for a space expedition to Mars, the outcome of which is unknown. A year later, in 1946, numerous sightings of luminous objects of unknown origin and clearly artificial origin suddenly caused considerable excitement among the Allies in East and West over Scandinavia.
Okay, so there we go. What's interesting about this, it says Norbert Jürgen Rathofer writes about a later fate of the Haunebu, which is the anti-gravity flying saucers, developed in his book, The Time Machine. Well, believe it or not, that's the publication. This is The Time Machine from 1988, okay? And in here, it has... I got to be really careful with this, because if this ruins, that's it, it's screwed. It shows you there the pictures of the Haunebu, okay? There we go. You can see the photographs. Did I talk about this last week's show? I think I might have done. I showed you the photographs of this, okay? So this is where it all came from 1988, the late 80s, okay? This is, like I said, original publication. I'm trying to find the original photographs, which is extremely difficult to find. You can see there the Haunebu. So this is what we're talking about, all right? The Time Machine, okay? How the hell I managed to find this, God knows. It took me about 12 years to find. I'm going to put this back safely. Okay, so there we go. So Norbert Jürgen Rathofer is the guy who created the stories, all right? It actually mentions Vladimir Tazinski in here on chapter 9. Let's have a little look. Let's find this one. Let's put it a bit bigger for you guys so you can see. Chapter 9, where he too, mate, is over here, isn't it? There we go. Actually mentions, hey Godstopper, nice to see you, mate. Just clocked you there, mate. Hope you're doing well. It actually mentions, if you do pop and chat, Brendel C. Stevens. Oh, did you? I tell you what, me and Hidden, we had an interview with this this guy from Argentina to talk about the Von Rich case. And Brendel C. Stevens came up in chat who talked about Yeah, we know. We talked about kids. Have a look on me and Hidden's face. We could not keep our face straight. I really wanted to laugh, but obviously we're interviewing a guy there. But he's going to pop up. I know he is. I know he's going to pop up. But anyway, that was quite funny, I have to admit. Rendell C. Stevens, behave yourself. Behave yourself, for Christ's sake. Leave those kids alone. I know he's dead, but anyway. Right, he mentions Vlad here. Where are we to?
Also of interest is the material.
No, not that one. Maybe that one.
Also of interest is the material.
Oh, hold on. Has it gone twice?
Also of interest is the material of the American Vladimir Terziski, who gave a
Okay.
It is also said that color photographs exist of a manned flying disc that landed and took off again, bearing both a Hakenkreuz cross and a swastika, taken by a night watchman in West Germany in the 1970s. Excellent film and photographic material exists about the
Okay, right. Okay, well, I screwed that one up there.
photographic material exists 1970s.
Okay, right. There we are, starting from this bit here. I'm sorry, I should have blown that up bigger for you guys. Sorry about that. Right.
Excellent film and photographic material exists about the aforementioned flying objects. For example, the 60-minute documentary UFO Secrets of the Third Reich, MGA Austria/Royal Atlantis Film GmbH. Also of interest is the material of the American Vladimir Terziski, who gave a 3-hour slide presentation at the UFO conference in Phoenix, Arizona, in September 1991, featuring photographs of German flying saucers, construction plans, and underground German bases. Also of interest is the material compiled by the Italian Air Force commander Renato Vesco in his book and Rudolf Lizer's book, The German Weapons and Secret Weapons of the Second World War and Their Further Development, J.F. Layman's Verlag, Munich 1971.do. You now understand why the topic of UFOs is dismissed as humbug in the mass media, especially in Germany? The question arises here, where did the Germans...
Okay, cool. Right. I think I paused that one up a little bit. My bad. Jenny, I'm blaming you on that one, darling. Right, okay. First things first, it mentions in here, excellent film and photographic material exist about the aforementioned flying saucers, for example, the 60-minute documentary of UFOs Secrets of the Third Reich. I do not have 5 copies of it. I do, actually. I have the German version, UFO Secrets of the Third Reich, which was released in 1994. Okay. And I have this version. In fact, I should upload it to Alien Addict, actually. Okay. UFO Secrets of the Third Reich. And you can see at the back there, that is that's Daniel Fry's flying saucer. That's Billy Meyer. And that's the real flying saucer. So God knows why those 2 photographs are in there. But yeah, so that's UFOs Secrets of the Third Reich. It also mentions here about Vladimir Terziski. Go check out Alien Addict. I have 2 very, very, very rare videotapes on Vladimir Terziski. In fact, one of them, I think I've got here. Where is it to? There it is. That one. Very rare. Nazi UFOs and the Illuminati conspiracy. Available now on Alien Addict. Free of charge, by the way. And it's mentioned in here. It mentions Air Force Commander Renato Vesco. There it is, Renato Vesco's book, Intercept UFO. And this talks about the Foo Fighters being some sort of German technology to actually down aircraft. Okay, so that's Renato Vesco. And it also mentions here, and his book, and Rudolf Lazar books, German weapons, German weapons and the secret weapons of World War II. And here it is here. So you see, I do research. So there we go. That is, oh, bloody hell, what is his name? Yeah, Rudolf Lazar. There you go. Rudolf Lazar books. I got a cover up. Actually, that's the Hindu symbol and not the swastika symbol. Swastikas like that, that's the Hindu symbol, if you want to get technical about it. But yeah, there we go. German secret weapons of World War II. Okay, so I do have these books in here. And I think that's it, really. So there we go, guys. That is where the story of... Hey, Nathan, how's it going, man? No worries, brother. It's all good. You could do a little catch-up later on. So the story of the crashed UFO in the Black Forest from 1936 came from this book here, from Jan van Helsing, Secret Societies and the Power of the 20th Century. In fact, I did look on Internet Archive and he actually deleted it. Go figure. But this book is the German version. It's banned in Germany. But I do have the whole translation, which I'll do at another point. When we talk about, German flying saucers again, I'll have Jenny, my AI girlfriend, to actually speak about these chapters, okay? Because I translated everything into English, and she's talking as well. So, so there we go. Just to let you know, and I will talk about the crash flying saucer in 1936 in the Black Forest at another point when I do additional information. Also, I got these two books here on... Actually, these are the first two books I bought on German flying saucers. I'll mention something about this. The Dark Side of the Moon. Oh, just muted myself. Dark Side of the Moon by Brad Harris. Yeah, Brad Harris. There we go. And it's actually a two-part book. These books cost about... It's about £200, I think. I think £100 each. And in here, it mentions about flying saucers. It's also another German book, and you can see here. Okay. Oh, in fact, no, I have pictures from the book. I forgot about that. Sorry. I do have pictures of the book that I'm about to show you right now. Where are we to? Where are we to? There it is there. Okay. Booth, bring this up. So the book I just showed you, well, the one I just showed you now, it was the... Oh my god, I'm screwed up on the names now. The Jan van Helsing book. My mind's going like 1,000 miles an hour. Not Bob Lazar, no, Rudolf Lazar. That book came out in 1959, so it's one of the earliest books, okay, from my German flying saucer research. And so what I'm about to show you now, it's from this book here, okay, that I've been talking about. So let's go through some pictures on here. That's actually in the Vril Project book that I've talked about to death on. All right, so go check this out. Oh, cheers, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Hey, the P-Man 111. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I love the cat. I got a black cat as well. It will pop up on my lap at some point. But yeah, it's nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. And we've got John P. Adventures. How's it going, brother? Oh, bear in mind... spoiler alert, me and John, we're actually going live next week on Friday, believe it or not. So yeah, come check me and John P. Adventures, have a little bit of a catch up. And I don't know what we've been talking about, mate. No idea, but we're exchanging emails at the moment. So that is to come for next Friday. I thought the UFO file was going to be released this week, but it turns out it's not. But anyway, here we have the original blueprints for the Haunebu 1. What have I got to say about this? What can I do? Have I got this original one? Hold on. Right. There's something I've noticed about this blueprint. Give me 2 seconds. I am going to find the original one in this book, The Vril Project. Okay. Haunebu 1. Right, okay, I've got to be really careful with this. I don't want to bend the bloody book, okay? Right, check this out, right? That is the original Haunebu... Well, we'll get to the original one. This is the Haunebu documentation, okay? Do you want to see the original one? This is the original, okay? I've got to be really careful. Right, look at this. That right there, that's the original. Have you noticed something different between this one and the one to the right? It's actually got some redacted words on here, but the one on the right does not, okay? And you can see here, original paper from the Haunebu 1. This was originally on A3 paper. And this is where the blueprints actually came from. Okay, so how did the photograph, well, let's say photograph, how does the sketch on the right-hand side match this one when those have been redacted? Do you know what I mean? Kind of doesn't make any sense. They've either just made it up or... I mean, you know my thoughts about this Haunebu flying saucers anyway, but you see what I mean? Like the whole, both of these doesn't make any sense, okay? So that's the original one. But going back to this one, there we go. That's the first one. But yeah, a few of these have been redacted, just a few names. In here, it just mentions a few parts. One part of the organization was SSE4, which does get brought up in here. There we are, SSE4. And this is the Haunebu 2, which I should have really translated in English. I didn't really think about that. But anyway. But again, I keep on saying that this looks just like George Adamski's flying saucer. Looks exactly the same. You know, it's got the 3 indentations underneath it, but they've actually added gun turrets to it. It's like your typical brim of the hat flying saucers. So it just... one thing I've noticed, okay? Just one thing I've noticed. Sorry for guys, I'm not following chat at the moment. I'm trying to get everything into perspective. I bet. Paul, this peach one is lush, mate. It's absolutely lush. But there we go. That's the Haunebu 2. We have the Haunebu 3. And these are more or less like cargo planes. Cargo planes. That's the alcohol talking now. No, it is the like aircraft carriers, so to speak. All right, but the real flying saucers, the real ones, were smaller intercept vehicles, which were there to a fighter interceptor, as one would say. We have, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. The real one. And we have this is the Andromeda machine. So this was actually a mothership. We've got there. Andromeda machine, and it actually held a Haunebu in the middle, and you can see 2 real flying saucers, and here are the tachyon drives, the anti-gravity drives that would propel this aircraft. So there we go. That is the mothership, the Andromeda machine. This is my fingers right here. Don't look at that. This is Rudolf Schriever's drawing. So Rudolf Schriever came forward. You're going to bed. Okay, keep it down. This is going to bed. So Rudolf Schriever, this is the Nazi suppression of this. So he came forward in a German magazine called Der Spiegel on the 25th of March, no, the 30th of March, 1950. And he claims that he developed these turbine-driven aircraft, which we're seeing on the screen right here. And this is a very crude artist's impression of this. The person ain't standing up in this, so we would have sat down, but you get the idea. So yeah, you got the rockets that is mounted underneath this fan-propelled circular rim, as one would say, and the rockets will actually rotate the fan and eventually will lift off. A bit like if you just take the concept of a helicopter blades and you just apply that into like a disc shape, that's basically what it was. And it just had the rockets basically using that to actually thrust the aircraft up into the air. Obviously, the movement of the propellers, so to speak. But yeah, that's that there. Next up, this is from 1939. I don't know if this is real or not. Check this out. Once again, we are dealing with very crude drawings here. Or it might be a real photograph. Who knows? I tell you what that kind of looks like. Remember I talked about last week's show? About, look, check that out. Look at that. See that? Okay, that's AI. I know that. But look. Kind of looks like the same, actually. Actually, is that it? It must be. Interesting. I just realised that now. If you ever look really closely. It's got the indentation at the top. You can see there at the top there, indentation. It's got like little windows and all that. Again, that's AI, Nick. You see what I mean. So that's from 1939, according to this right here. Right, move on. So we have the RFZ-2. So this is what they would call these flying saucers, anti-gravity flying saucers. There's the Vril one. I'm trying to find the original photograph of this one right here, because it is in color, believe it or not. And you can see it's got guns mounted to the top of it. But what's interesting about these photographs, which is on the documentary UFO Secrets of the Third Reich, is that you can actually see the background here. Thing is, this could have been made out of 2x4, but would Norbert Sugar Rathofer, who created the story of the Haunebu and Vril flying saucers, would they go into that length to actually fake something like this? Or did they actually create this technology? It's all to do with speculation, isn't it? Here we have, I should have translated this in English, Nick, come on. Obviously the Vril Society right here. This is the Vril 7. Check that out. Hey, Black Dot, nice to see you, mate. I did catch you there. I saw you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. So you've got that one there. These are fascinating. I love these photographs, especially this one here, because it's levitating across above the ground. It's pretty good. And this was from April of 1945, the Vril 7. Again, I would love to find the original photographs of these, because in the book, it doesn't really do any justice. Do you know what I mean? It is in the documentary, don't get me wrong, but it's still pretty crap and grainy. And here we have the Vril 7 in flight. That one right there. And here we have, we've seen these Haunebu flying saucers over the internet. There we go. It's so bloody grainy. Yeah, these are, it's a tricky one, Slim Yin. It's, the thing is, I'm trying to find the guy who created this story. If I can find the guy that created the story, I can find the photographs or alleged photographs. This is the thing. This kind of links back to my last video that I did with the flying saucer, with the man touching on the side of it. It's a tricky one. My personal opinion, Slim Yin, I do not believe they created Haunebu Vril flying saucers, what we're seeing on screen now, purely because they would have used it during the war. They've had multitude models of these. They perfected this technology in 1936. Why the hell did they not use this technology during the war? However, there are actually documentations from prisoners of war that immigrated to America from FBI documents that suggest that there were some sort of flying disc or flying saucer being created in Germany. But are we talking about the Rudolf Schriever, you know, the turbine-driven aircraft and not anti-gravity? This is the one I'm always battling with, you know, but my personal opinion, Slimmin, is that the fact that they did not, I think it's most likely a fabrication, what we're seeing here. There we go. Look, that's George Adamski. Look, that one there. That's a very classic flying saucer from 1950s from George Adamski. Yeah, 1952. You can see there. A German writer, Jan von Helsing, is a pseudonym for Jan van Helsing. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I didn't really look into his actual proper name, though. Thanks for coming. Oh, God, sorry, I nearly butted the microphone then. Yeah, thanks for confirming, mate. Much appreciated. But you see what I mean? The Haunebu looks just like George Adamski. Oh, hold on. What am I doing here, Nick? I'm spazzing out on here. There we go. Vril Odin. This was the last craft they created. That's a actual coloured photograph, I should say. We move on here, and that is the book. Okay, so there we go. Those are the pictures in this book. Very crude, very grainy. Doesn't really do anything any justice, but it's up to you if you want to believe it. I'm not going to stigmatize you whatsoever. I'm not here to do that, unless you're saying we're going to get disclosure this year. But anyway, that's that. Okay, fantastic. So hopefully that clarifies a few things. I will do a recap on the 1936 UFO crash or landing, whatever, that happened in the Black Forest. So there we go. Okay, so that's done. Let's bring up X, because we've only got another 25 minutes left. and talk about current day ufology and see what we've got going on here. Okay. Let's get out of that, get out of that. Into that, and into that. So Rotary Matrix sent me a few things. And we're going to show this right now. This one's immensely fascinating. Now, UFO Mania does post a lot of crap. Going to be honest. I'm just going to be honest. Just post a lot of bollocks. Ah, right. Okay. Because I put that in ChatGPT to translate a few things. And it had this section where I clicked on when it talks about the book. And Udo Hosley, is that right? Udo Hosley? Probably something German. Okay. Its pen name, Jan van Helsing, is a controversial German author who embraces in conspiracy theories. Right. Okay. Okay. Thanks for confirming again. Yeah, it certainly is, mate. It certainly is, especially if it's in a different language and all that. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Right, go check this out. So this was taken from the STS-51A. This is one of the best. Now, if we got this in the UFO video footage from the tranches we've been getting, it'd be quite compelling. Check this out. To the right here. Look at that. It morphs in. Can I get a rewind? Shut up, Nick. That's a Bo Selector quote right there. But no, immensely fascinating. I have to admit, I like this one. See how it sort of smoothly goes in? I think that would be very hard to fake, gonna be honest with you. Look. Wee. Guys, thoughts? Can I get a rewind? Craig David. Oh, that's the alcohol talking. There you go. No, it's pretty good though. It's like the Boogosphere, but we all know the Boogosphere is fake. One more time, check that out. I don't know. Did they actually debunk this one? Is there a Mick West in the chat? It's Venus. Proper Bo. Oh mate, I actually watched Bo Selector, and it doesn't really. I didn't really find it funny, to be honest with you. Yeah, he had the seagulls. Yeah. He would fly around on a piece of string. Oh yeah, okay, all right. Some bits were funny. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, this one I'm not too sure. I am not too sure. It's pretty good though. If it is a legit NASA photograph, video footage. That's the alcohol talking again. One more time. There we go. But can I get a rewind? One more time. Proper Bo. There we go. All right. So many thanks to Rotary for sending me this one. I do have another one here. Oh, what's this? Oh, bloody hell, you're loud, love. Flip it now. Let's turn you down. Right. So this is a glowing, once again from UFO Mania. A glowing UFO appeared during a live TV broadcast in Russia. It baffled correspondents and radio folks. All right, ready? Check this out.
Сюда подвергается все большей опасности. Только за последние 350 лет... Конечно, смотри. Ой, ничего себе! Что это? Вау! Блин! Что это? Пропал. Офигеть. Что это было? Сюда подвергается все большей опасности. Только за последние 350...
Do you know what? It kind of reminds me. I think it was another Russian one where the cow started to lift off from the field and it just gets dropped from the sky. It reminds me of that. Okay, look at her reaction.
Сюда подвергается все большей опасности. Только за последние 350 лет... Конечно, смотри. Ой, ничего себе! Что это? Wow.
Kind of looks like mid-2000s graphics. Do you know what I mean? You used to see those fake UFO videos, hashtag third phase of the moon. No offense, from like 2006, 8, 9, that sort of time period. Go back.
Сюда подвергается все большей опасности. Только за последние 350 дней...
Конечно, смотри.
Ой, ничего себе! Что это? Вау! Блин! Что это?
Пропал. Офигеть.
I think it's fake. I probably think it's fake. What are actually saying here in chat? Yeah, I think these are obviously fake videos. Convincing anyone. AI. I think this was before AI. I love this UFO page because it actually does a lot of more damage to the credibility of UFOs rather than helping it. A lot of damage. Thank you. McFly, I'm going to be honest with you. That's pretty like sound advice there because it really is. The thing is with these fake UFO sightings, that's been going on for decades. Look, it's nothing new, you know. It's just because, I mean, I would have thought. I remember seeing this back in like 2008, 9, that sort of time period. So we're going back nearly 20 years. You know, they were doing it back then. I'm not going to name the channels that I just mentioned that have been doing the same thing. But you're right, it does not help the credibility of UFO sightings. And now with AI, it's just bloody relentless. And when we do get a genuine sighting, what are people going to do? And I'm going to be a guilty one of that. Saying, oh, it's AI. This is it. This is where we are. Where we are now. Where we are at now in ufology. Seriously, you are embarrassing yourself. It's UFO mania. What do you think? There we go. Fake video. Okay, I think we could all agree it's fakers and gayers. Right, okay, moving on. Oh, talk about fakery. This actually popped up. Okay, so we actually talked about this in... God, when was it? It was a few live streams ago. And I actually talked about this with Hidden Underbelly. Giant rock convention from 1950... Yeah, 1950s, where George Zamsky, all these people that claim to be contactees from these extraterrestrials. And they're obviously making stuff up. I've played the videos. Go check it out. It was one of my last live streams. If you put in contactees from the 1950s, you can actually watch the video where people claim to be gone into these flying saucers, flying around the solar system, seen Venus, seen Mars, seen Uranus. But it's right here. It says flying saucer shirts. Children's, Redall C. Stevens, calm down. £1 and adults £1.50. Actually, that's dollars, isn't it? That's pretty bloody cheap, isn't it? That's pretty cheap, but no, it's the sign of merch grifters. Oh, sorry, merch grifting is the oldest form of extraterrestrial flattery. It's been going on for decades. It's nothing new. But I do like the t-shirt, though. Where can I find one? Tax included. How dare you? How dare you? But bloody hell, like $1, $1.50 is pretty banging, isn't it? Not bad. There we go. Okay. Anna Paulina Luna. She says, according to Luna, the public will soon receive a clear there's a video on it. Let's just bloody play it. Where is it to? There we go. So, yeah, Rep. Anna Paulina Luna told Glenn Beck that a new UAP announcement is coming soon and will help confirm the phenomena is real. Ooh, wise words, big words. This reference to additional undisclosed factors tied to the issue that the public should know. Luna suggests the upcoming disclosure would provide further reassurance beyond current information. The comments came during a wide-range interview with Beck's program. Glenn Beck, I thought he was a bit of a tosser, to be honest with you, back in the day. Didn't you like debunk like 9/11 and stuff like that? Right, let's play the video.
Do you know something that has not been...
Oh, hold on, let's turn it up. Oh, mate, you're looking rough. You're looking rough, buddy.
Do you know something that has not been released? Do you know things that you feel the American people should know?
There will be an announcement soon on one other kind of factor to all this, but it's nothing that I think it'll just be kind of give the assurance that people will understand that the phenomenon is real. But no, I mean, for the most part, everything that we have been able to discuss in a skiff, we can now talk about publicly. And what I will say is, without a doubt, the phenomenon is real. The phenomenon is real. And so,
Are you leaning one way or another?
Yeah, tell us something we don't know.
Foreign or not earthly?
I think when you talk about these things, I don't want to say not earthly because we don't know.
Yeah,
if
okay.
they're here or not. But what I would say is that energy is real. And a lot of these, you can see in some of them orbs, you can't explain it. And so I think that gets into a deeper discussion. But
No orbs, please, for the love of God. No more orbs, please.
But when you were talking about this, when I first started kind of on this journey with Representative Burleson and Representative Burchett, Representative Jared Moskowitz and Representative Gates, a lot of people said, you are going to ruin your career over this. It is one of the most widely questioned things now. And I think this gets into a deeper issue of, do you think that we're the only, are you?
So that's what I was going to ask you. Instead of saying, do you know something? Let me say this. Is this a defense or is this a spiritual question? Which is the bigger question, defense or philosophical spiritual?
With pin on, defense and national security.
Okay.
With pin off, I think.
What is pin on, pin off? Oh, okay. Okay.
Pin on and off.
The ring. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, pin off. I think that it really kind of make people ask the fundamental question of, do you believe that first of all, do you believe in God or not? And then, do you believe that we're the only creation?
I don't understand.
Not speculating.
Just get to the aliens. Get to disclosure. Don't put the Christian religious side into the subject, please. Okay.
On nefarious or
right.
bad.
I don't understand how people are saying that this is going to make everybody question their faith. It's not going to. If I find out that there are other beings, why would it?
Glenn,
why would it
first of
question
all,
faith?
There was a group of pastors. I don't even know who these pastors are that said that they had been briefed, and that was wholeheartedly not true. And Eric Burleson put out a statement to actually say, I don't know why my comments are being taken out of context. I think a lot.
I said that to Hidden, and Hidden didn't believe me. I was like, mate, that was blown way out of proportion. Way out of proportion.
A lot of people that knew the phenomena was real. And I'm not saying that these pastors did this, but what I am saying is we have come across people in our investigations that were knowingly planting false information to discredit it, that were then stonewalling obstructive people that have lied. I mean, if you've
from
seen it on Reddit,
inside the house, from inside the government,
all over. People within the sector on UAP investigations, people within the chambers and intelligence, etc. The former director of Arrow very famously attacked our witnesses and us, and then the new director of Arrow is 180 different and has actually been doing an incredible job.
Okay, right. Bold words from Anupalina Luna. We need at this point. Hey, Spirited Kenny, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, people are starting to catch on now. False promises, false hopes, and it's really tiring. Tiring to see and hear regurgitated quotes that the fact that don't worry, the truth is coming. A big announcement is about to happen. What was the UFO files and the video footage was supposed to be? I thought that was supposed to be that. But no, an announcement is going to happen. I don't want an announcement. Bloody show it. I said this. I've been saying this for months and months and months. We are not going to get the truth. Why are we trusting the government who is being blocked by a three-letter agency to release any information? Don't say it. Give us the evidence now. Ignore the idea is going to question people's faith. It's probably just like 1% of the population. I probably think like 95% of the population that don't believe in UFOs and aliens couldn't give a crap. They don't care. They literally don't care. Okay, our community is only what, 3%, 5% at the most that actually look. Being a content creator on this subject, I live by this stuff. I'm obsessed by this stuff. It's a daily basis. I'm on X. I'm always doing research. So I think it's big news. Okay. And for sure, for some people, it might feel like that. But the vast majority of the people, the 8 billion people out there, they don't really care, to be honest with you. It's not going to change religion whatsoever. Like I said, I think people are distracted by technology, gadgets, and gizmos. Okay, they got other stuff to think about, like the World Cup, like, for instance, other stuff that's been going on. Do you know what I mean? And the claims that a big announcement is coming, is this the 8th of July scenario when Trump's supposed to give this speech? Give us the evidence. Stop giving people false hope, because I'm seeing all these UFO influencers on Twitter and all these social media platforms pushing this idea that we're going to get the truth. Why are we trusting the government, especially the Trump administration, to give us the truth? People are not paying attention. It's really starting to annoy me now. It's like, we're supposed to be grown adults, process information. Tim Burchett, he says the files have been redacted. It's been blocked by the government. So it's telling you that there's someone above the government, might be the deep state, is blocking access. So it shows that the CIA is higher up. It could be the CIA, it could be the Department of Energy, Department of Defense, a multitude of aspects that are blocking access to these files. And sure, I'm not becoming a skeptic here, but there are files, very, very important files, being blocked. This is it. Again, distraction. This is it. It's, don't say it, don't announce it, give it to us now. It's 2 more weeks. What's 2 more weeks, mate? What's that? Is that where the new tranche 4 is popping up? It is so tiresome. I'm getting so bored. It's boring now. It's boring. I mean, she's a beautiful woman, don't get me wrong, but my God, it's just like, oh, please, give us the evidence, for Christ's sake. So you see my point of view on this one, okay? It's getting boring. So, shall I talk about, how long have I got left on the show? Okay, we'll just go through here a few things. I think it was this one. So Ross Coulthart, yeah, a little bit of stigma towards Lou Elizondo and his role in ORSAP, the Advanced Aerospace Weapons Systems Application Program, formerly known as ATIP, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, because Lou has lied again and again and again. He's a counterintelligence asset, so he's a born liar. He's trained to lie, okay? He's produced 3 to 4, I know actually for a fact now, 4 fake photographs. He said he was part of ORSAP, and then he said he wasn't part of ORSAP, even though he claimed to actually own the program. He's been caught again and again and again. So listen to Ross Coulthart and what he has to say here.
It's pretty obvious. I'm not going to lie.
Hold on, turn this up a bit.
It's pretty obvious. I'm not going to lie to you that the gentleman that I've been talking about, whom I suspect might be up for a big position, is Lou Elizondo. And as you may have noticed in recent weeks, I have been quite delicately outspoken in my belief on previous Q&As that I think Lou needs to be more forthcoming about his past roles. And I like and respect Lou a lot. And I think he's in a difficult position because he's bound by his security oath about what he can reveal about his past roles. I know he can't talk about it. It's a ridiculous situation. But there are people who bitterly resent and don't think it's a good idea that Lou be appointed to a position of power in UAP transparency because they think that he was part of a previous agenda that was essentially to try to control the narrative, to restrict what the public is entitled to know about the UAP disclosure. And I think a lot of this was an intention by James Clapper, General James Clapper, to try and impose a narrative on the public domain using Lou as a frontman, a highly urbane, articulate and likeable frontman, to try to restrict what the public was told about crash retrievals. And it struck me over the years that I've been covering this issue that the story that we ran with David Grush really wrong-footed all of this. That all of a sudden David comes out and says, hang on a moment, We're not just arguing here about whether there are aliens or not. What we're talking about here is a crash retrieval and reverse engineering program, and I'm saying it's real, he says. And I think that did wrong foot that national security state attempt to try and provide a controlled disclosure. But I refuse to accept that the people like Lou Elizondo, who were part of that attempt at a controlled disclosure, were motivated by bad things. They're patriots. They love their country. And I've spoken to people in the legacy program who knew Lou. Lou, I know a lot of people, and they know you, and I...
Look at his face. It was like, oh, shall I go there?
And I know you can't speak about the role that you've held within the legacy program, but you did. And I think we've got to stop this nonsense because it's becoming destructive. There are factions and bitternesses beginning to develop within the UAP world, and I think it's in danger of blowing the whole thing apart.
Okay, Dan Peters made a good point. Ross has good points. This one he did. Okay, I'm going to be honest, because even Ross is starting to figure out about Lou and his role and what he's actually saying, okay? Like the video I showed you last week with Lou Elizondo saying, you know, love our children, love our family. He's trying to side with you. He's trying to manipulate you. He's trying to, in one way, like, almost like a bit like propaganda, so to speak. You know, he's trying to swindle the UFO community on his side. More humane, you know, because we all know what Lou exactly, his role is, you know, in the UFO community. Go check out Jay Anderson's video on that. You know, there's a lot of UFO hate groups out there. Sock accounts that Lou had, you know, so there are things that I think people need to be very cautious of Lou Elizondo, what he's been coming forward with. Ross Coulthart, he put his foot in it because it was only a very, very short time afterwards when they did a follow-up, didn't they? And we'll show that now. But I have to admit, Ross Coulthart did make a good point there. Okay, even he's going, something's not quite right here. Right, where are we to? Where's that video? Where is it to? Oh, it's a 7-minute video. Okay. I'm going to be honest, I quite like Megan. She's rubbing off on me. Check this out. This is what he said afterwards.
Let me just say off the top, I was quite surprised to see, even on my own. Let me just say off the top, I was quite surprised to see, even on my own network, that it had been misreported that Lou had said that what I was saying about his past involvement in the Legacy program was wrong. I don't think that's anyone's takeaway at all from what Lou Elizondo said. What I saw was Lou very deftly avoiding any breach of his National Security Act oath obligations and basically refusing to confirm or deny whether or not he was a part of the Legacy program. He's maintained, the truth of the fact is, I've always been very clear, I worked in a program called ATIP, and he does say, I've committed myself to transparency to the degree that I could, and I respect and understand the
But what Lou has been saying is nothing new. It's been going on in ufology for decades. It's nothing new. Like, last week he was talking about moon bases or alien bases on the moon. That's been going on for like 50 years. That's nothing new. He comes out like every month with a new story, just a regurgitated story. And it's like, yeah, tell us something we don't know, Lou. Do you know what I mean?
Constraints that Lou is under. He's in a very difficult position, and I certainly don't want people to think that I'm trying to hijack him with this stuff. What I do think, and what I said on the Q&A that we did on the weekend, was that I do think there needs to come a time when Lou can be more forthcoming about what his past role was, including his past role with the Legacy UAP retrieval reverse engineering program in a counterintelligence role. Lou did actually at one stage say to Chris Cuomo in one interview that when you have a security clearance, there's always these statements, you know, we cannot confirm or deny. And people always take that as some kind of implicit yes, but the reality is that's not at all what that means.
Sorry, Sadie.
Even if I wasn't, if it's a classified program, I would have to say, I can't discuss that. I can't even acknowledge that. So he doesn't say I wasn't in the Legacy program, but he also doesn't say he was in it, which is the classic intelligence community rejoinder to when naughty people like me put good men like Lou Elizondo on the spot. It's a difficult spot for him.
If he did, I'll be well jealous.
What Lou did say, and I think this has been misreported, is that I've never said, he said to Chris Cuomo, I've never said
I know, Dan, but I quite like that. I'm going to be honest with you. I like all women, different shapes and sizes, but yeah, Megan's sort of, she's rubbing off on me a little bit.
was in the legacy program, and that's completely true. Lou has never made any public admission that he was in the legacy program. But what he didn't do in either his comments to Cuomo or in any public comments anywhere on social media or anywhere in any public space is respond to the specific allegation that he was involved in the legacy UAP retrieval reverse engineering program.
Sorry, Sadie.
It's a difficult situation for Lou, and I deeply admire and respect.
There we go, Sadie. Look at that face right there. Ain't the handsome? God. Sorry, it's a few more minutes.
The fact that he's very much pro-transparency and pro-disclosure. And as you'll see in an interview I do with UAP Gerb, which will probably go out later this week, we talk about the fact that, I think Lou has changed his tone in recent years, especially after the David Grush interview. He did start talking about retrievals and reverse engineering, and he's been quite upfront about the fact that there have been retrievals. So whatever constraints Lou was under the previous understandings that he had as a operative and intelligence, counterintelligence officer with the legacy program, it's quite obvious that he's been allowed to moderate what he's allowed to say in the public domain since people like David Grush made their admissions about retrievals. And let's be honest about it, it's pretty much a pretty clear case now that there are multiple people, Jay Stratton, James Lukatsky, Eric Davis, all of these men are saying that they have knowledge, in some cases direct knowledge, in James Lukatsky's case, of retrieved non-human craft. And this is the issue. I don't think it's fair to pillory Lou Elizondo about this because of the constraints he operates under his national security obligations. The simple fact is, I am deeply frustrated that no one in Congress is addressing the bear in the room right now, which is...
You blink a lot?
Yes, okay, there are UAPs. There's a genuine UAP mystery. But there is a broader issue here, which is what has the US recovered in terms of UAP, non-human technology? This is an on-the-record allegation now from multiple people, including from Lou Elizondo. And I think that's why we can acknowledge and respect him for the fact that he has changed his tone in the succeeding years since he first showed up with the TTSA to the Stars Academy. Let me just say off.
Been saying the same thing, Ross, over and over again. If he's breaching national security, why is he coming up with these wild claims? Hey, Megan, how's it going? She's quite nice, I'm going to be honest with you. I do like a blonde, I have to admit. I think Anna Paulina Luna, she's lied so much. I'm just like, yeah, you got those injected lips, but I think Megan now, she's natural. I quite like that. Anyway, move away from that. For fuck's sake, Nick, for Christ's sake. Oh, here he is. Heini Musan actually has... Now, you want disclosure, guys. I'm just got a few more minutes left. How long have we got? Okay, I said go for an hour and a half. Hey, Green Tea, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, everyone. It is 4:30 p.m. here in sweltering heat. Oh no, you're back to another heat wave. We're supposed to have one next week, Green Tea. Well, grab yourself a ice cube and a fan. And I've got a lovely passion fruit martini here. No, I'm not getting hammered, by the way. But yeah, it's nice to see you, Green Tea. Nice to see you. Hey, Jay Hardesty, nice to see you, man. Gonna be honest with you, if I had the choice between the two, I'm gonna say Megan. I'm going to say Megan. I have to admit. I might swindle next week to Anna Paulina Luna. But she has lied, Jay Hardesty. She's given us false hope and promises. But Megan, not so much. I like her. Handsome woman. I would say handsome woman would be like butch woman, I would say. Like Ed Gein's mother or something like that. Not comparing Megan to Ed Gein's mother, but I think she's beautiful, I have to admit. Not Ed Gein's mum, I'm talking about Megan here. Right, so Heini Musan, I don't know where I went with that one. So Heini Musan actually has photographic evidence of an extraterrestrial. Would you like to go see it? This is disclosure, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Is he wearing a pink salmon suit again? Let's have a look. Oh, your mum's a handsome woman. Okay, I don't know what handsome woman. This alien's a handsome woman. Check this out. I'm going to Google handsome woman. Handsome woman. No. Do they look like handsome women? I don't think they do. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to anything I'm watching right now. Let's go back a bit. Let's have a look again. Oh, it has some orbs. All dust. Let's have a look. Oop, click play. I'm just trying to find the definition of a handsome woman. I couldn't really find anything on Google. Oh, that there. Okay. Oh, God. Right, okay. Heine, mate, come on. JPEG artifact. Oh, God. Well, that was pointless, isn't it? So, is that it? A bit of pareidolia. Terrible. Okay, never mind. Oh, here we are. UFO Mania once again is saying that this is a Palladian laser weapon, extraterrestrial technology, or one of the greatest mysteries in ufology. No, mate. So this is Billy Meyer. He's always got one hand there, and this is his laser gun, which we'll talk about at some point. I don't know why I'm showing you that. Let's move on from that. Oh, is Ross? Oh yeah, Sadie. I love this. No, I did a video on this, didn't I? I did do a video on this. This is the... obviously, it's a fake one. I've done a video on it. I've done a live stream on it. I found this amazing back in the day. Hold on, go back to that one. No. Yeah, 2007, California Dragonfly drone UFO. Yeah, I remember this. Definitely did a live stream on it. And this is like the early days of like CGI. What if we had to find it actually? Let's have a little look. Just for shits and giggles. Let's have a little look. Let's go to that. Dragonfly UFO drone. Let's have a look. I'm gonna find this one. Oh, Gaia. Check this out. Okay. Linda Bot Howe covered it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. This is it's quite nostalgic. Yes. Yeah, 2006, 7. I was in college at the time. Such a load of info that goes with it. They worked hard if it was 100% hoax. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Sadie. Let's bring up something right here for you. I know I definitely did a live stream on this. Okay, so this is the Dragonfly UFO. Even if it is a fake, I do find it fascinating. It's pretty good.
All right, time now for a cold case. It sounds out of this world. 2 private investigators on the hunt in California for a guy who supposedly took a picture of a UFO sighting. Take a look in a moment here at an unidentified flying object said to be from a guy named Raji who posted it online. But now Raji's gone. And a tipster says if you can find the telephone pole in this shot, you can find Raji. Well,
Raji.
The Private Eyes, Frankie Dixon, TK Davis with us now from California. And gentlemen, thank you for your time. You went to hunt for this thing, TK. What have you found?
Well, we started out, we got a call from a woman in the United Kingdom. She represented a group of people from the Open Minds Forum. They contracted us to go find this Raji person in Capitola, California. Frank, my partner here, we made him the pole expert, and all we had
very nostalgic for me at the moment.
To go on was a telephone pole and, of course, the drone sighting.
And did you find it?
Not yet.
Wow, so you're still looking. Frank, what do you think of these pictures? What is that thing in the air?
That's what we're trying to find out. We're actually trying to find the pole, and from the pole, hopefully, lead us to a witness. But we could need some information. We're early on in the investigation, and we're still finding some things out.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about UFOs? TK, you first.
At first, to be honest, I was open-minded, but the more I looked into the huge community of UFO observers, I start to lean towards believing they're there.
Yeah, Frank, what about you?
I keep an open mind. There's a lot of things going on out there. Something happened in Roswell. We still really don't know what happened there, but I keep an open mind about it.
He just like goes straight to Roswell. It's like, no, want to know about this craft. It's amazing.
Well, where's Haji, TK? I mean, he's the guy who's responsible for this, right?
That's right, and that's what we're trying to do. You know, we just had an article in the LA Times, and before my website had 0 hits, now we had 10,000 views on that website, and we're getting tons of information from the public.
Well, what are people telling you, TK?
Well, first of all, they're giving Frank and I an education on which pole and what to look for, et cetera, et cetera. And we're also getting information about Raji. We did actually get one unknown before witness to one of these drones. Didn't have a picture of it, but it's progressing nicely.
Yeah, I tell you what we're hearing. We're hearing from some of our viewers. They're curious about this, and others are saying that this thing was debunked a year ago. Is that the case, Frank?
You know, no one's really debunked it completely. They've looked at it with the computer-generated graphics now. Almost anything's possible. But our people, our clients, have told us that they've had this looked at by experts, and no one at this point can discount it completely.
I want to get TK to respond to that too. TK?
Pretty much what Frank said. You know, it's like we were in law enforcement for 30 years, and you can get someone to testify as an expert, somebody's insane, and somebody to testify as an expert that they're not. And we're getting the same kind of feedback in the results of the analysis of these pictures.
That's a funky-looking thing, I'll tell you that, whether it's made up or not. TK Davis, thank you. Frank Dixon, good luck on your hunt, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Trying to find that telephone pole, the utility pole.
Interesting.
You know, some of those pictures looks like some sort of contraption out of like some Indian wedding or something.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
An Indian wedding.
Flying right through the air.
It's good though. I have to admit, it's pretty good though, isn't it? Like, the thing is, did they actually have videos of this? Was it just pictures? I think it was just pictures. I think, but no, Sadie, I appreciate that because it doesn't really get talked a lot about. I have to admit this dragonfly UFO. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. For 2000, you said 2007 here. Would it be taken with a 35mm camera? I think it's most probably digital because of what Slimyan's saying here. Yeah, it's interesting though. I like it. I might do a revisit on this one actually at some point. I shall keep that saved, Sadie. Just one more thing to go by. I don't want to dwindle too much. Where is it to? Where to? Okay. Check this out. Just a couple of more things, very, very quickly. Why is it really, really low volume?
Today came from Missouri Republican Congressman Eric Burleson. He says MIT Lincoln Labs has agreed to hand over an Air Force video from 74 years ago about a UFO briefing.
They have acknowledged that it exists and that they're in the process of getting it to us. But what my understanding is that it's of, and I forget the general's name. He's an Air Force general who is briefing MIT scientists about, I believe it's the event that happened in Washington, D.C. in 1952. So that would be important historical information to have.
Okay.
Congressman Burleson is referring to a famous series of UFO incidents in 1952, often referred to as the invasion of Washington. In the UFO community, it's right up there with Roswell and the Phoenix Lights. Now, if these revelations
I wouldn't say Roswell.
today are true, the next several weeks could be groundbreaking, though many of us are still waiting for definitive proof of life.
Yes, okay, right. There is something I want to show you. So you want to know about the flyovers? Well, believe it or not, here it is. Okay, so this is from the book that Mark Jeffrey has kindly given to me, and it is from Jerry Randall's book right here, UFOs, How to See Them. That one right there, and in this page right here, it mentions about the flyover. Okay, we get to the photograph. But it did happen. It's a real event. It did happen. But do we have actual photographic and video footage of this? It's a tricky one. But go check this out. So in July of 1952, there was a major wave of sightings over Washington, D.C. A later photograph submitted to ufologists was said to capture a formation of lights hovering over the Capitol building. But it was merely shown one method of photographic investigation. The UFO fleet is a flare from the street lamps at the base of the building, bouncing intently off the camera lens. Such lens flares are common in dark shots containing bright lights. Check this out, okay? Right. You say there, TIE fighters. Yeah. Boy, being serious there, Paul. But yeah, there's the formation right here. But check this out. Look at the bottom. Okay, so let's go back a bit. So you can see the lights here. Let's go back a bit. Can you see that? Let's bring it up a bit bigger. There we go. Check that out. Okay, so this is to do with a lens flare. I have no idea where this was taken. Inside? Was it taken from the outside? Again, if you're from the inside and it's dark and you do have the reflected lights, or like you see at the bottom here, it's quite bright. It's actually illuminating the Capitol building. And if you're taking that from the inside through a window, it will give off a reflection of lights. So this is the tricky one. You're saying reflections, Paul. Yeah. I do have... And I have shown the original photograph of this. It's the backup shot. And in fact, you can see Christmas trees at the bottom. So this was not taken, like it says here, on July 1952. It might have been December, okay? But there were it was only that time period. I think it's within that week, there were these fleets of these like glowing balls of light. I don't know. It's different speculations on news reports to say what this objects were. But I think a lot of people are agreeing right here. Yes, lens flare happens against the weatherproofing from the camera interior reflection. Yeah, I would say so. Again, if I should have brought up the original photograph, which is the backup shot, and you could clearly see like the top of a Christmas tree. So this was taken in December. So we'll wait and see in regards to that. But it was a real event that did happen. But it's a bit like the Los Angeles photograph and the video footage. A lot of what we actually seeing, it's not the real negative. It's really not. It's just it's a duplicate, basically. So, but there we go. That is that for the Washington flyovers, which was a real event. But that photograph there, bit of speculation in regards to that. I think I had one more thing to show on X. Going to bring this up very, very quickly. James Franco, alien sighting and disturbing messages. There is something weird going on. He says he has an alien in his basement. Am I going to play the video? Let's play just a minute of it because just like Lou Elizondo, actors are born liars. This is what they're planning to do. They just want attention. God, I just see this already. Just I'm not even listening to it. Listen to this.
Hey guys, this is James Franco. Me, really James Franco. I'm
yeah, no shit.
Here at my house. I'm not promoting anything, okay? I'm
right.
Making this account because
Mm-hmm.
all right, some serious shit's going on.
Yeah, really. What's that got? He's written on his t-shirt. Why has he got two things stapled or stuck on his t-shirt right there?
Okay, and look here.
Straight from the bat, James, mate, you're not fooling me, and I don't think you're going to fool my community. Please.
This is real, okay? I'm real. It's me, not AI, not anything, okay? Could AI James do this? No, could not write this. This is me. Okay. For those who know, all right?
Just get on with it, please, mate.
Stuff going on. That's why I'm contacting you. That's why I'm doing this. Okay. I know I'm maybe seem crazy. Like why am I, what's going on? What's the gimmick? No.
Right, get to the chase. Right, you said you got an alien in your basement. Go in there and bloody film the thing, okay? Why are you having a TikTok video talking absolutely... Could you see the lies that's coming from his mouth? Is a very typical actor fiasco he's making here. Just a couple more minutes. I'm sorry to show you this, guys, but the people that's made videos on this, taking this seriously, shame on you. Shame on you.
This is real. Real. Okay, I can't say too much right now. I just need you to follow me. Then I'll know who's down. And I'm going to show you some crazy stuff. Okay?
Slim Yin.
Just follow me.
Attention.
I'm going to show you. That's it. That's my garage. It's normally where I paint. I was going out there. It was night. I was going to do night painting. And I go inside. And before I even turned the light on, I heard something. I thought it was an animal or something like that.
He's probably promoting one of his movies or something like that.
And it wasn't. It was not. It was not.
Exactly, Green Sea. Exactly.
Squirrel. It was not. Possum. Nothing. No. I saw hand. I saw eyes. I saw glowing eyes. And hand. I don't know how many fingers, but hand.
Oh, actually, Sheepop, you could say that. It sounds like another James Intergalactic Metallic Dildo situation again, but it's just a celebrity gagging for attention because he's a washed-up actor.
And speaking. I don't know, something coming out of a saying thing, hand, and that was it. I ran. I've not gone back in there, but I'm going to go. I am going to go, and I'm going to show you so they don't, you don't think I'm making it up. I'm going to show you, but that's why I'm making these videos. So there's evidence, proof, and we're going to get it all. And I'm going to post it, live forever on the internet. I'm not making it up, though.
Look at him.
Making this up.
Look at him. Look at the pose. Look how bad of an actor he is. James Franco, mate, you are not doing a good job, buddy. Go into the bloody basement. Stop showing your fancy $1 million bloody lounge you're living in at the moment. Is that a bloody dead zebra on the floor there?
I don't know where else to go. I don't know, you know.
You live in a multi-million-dollar house, mate. Shut up.
It's got to be exposed. It's got to be exposed, right? Bring it into the light, right? I don't know why it's on me. It's happening to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
And then, you know, if I disappear, you know what happened, okay? Maybe I'll just say that. If anything happens to me right now, You know what happened? They got to me.
Oh my God. How pathetic. How truly pathetic. Basement, please. Show the basement.
It's gonna be me.
Stop being such a drama queen. Honestly.
People think it's a gimmick. They're gonna think it's a gimmick.
It is a gimmick.
Promoting something. I don't have any movie. There's no movie. There's not a movie.
Because you're a washed up actor, that's why.
This is real. This is me, my house, my zebra rug, my
I thought it was zebra, mate. Thanks for confirming.
stuff. This is me. I'm not promoting anything.
Yeah, mate, I got a bloody property in Birmingham. That's a seaside property in Birmingham to sell you, mate. Does anyone actually believe this crap? Honestly, this is why I've seen so many UFO channels promoting this, going, I think something's like really odd here. It's like, are you that retarded? I'm not going to sugarcoat this anything, but this doesn't help. He's clearly gagging for attention.
It's me coming to you. I want to tell you. I want to tell you.
Like you're gay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Serious.
Get off my screen. I want to go to bed. I goddamn hate celebrities. This is just absolutely so embarrassing, honestly. How do people in ufology take this seriously? Oh, something's going on here. Imagine if he did disappear. He's going to disappear and come back again because he's a wash-up actor. Terrible. Oh my God, flipping out. Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I'm getting triggered at this point. I'm going to finish off my passion fruit martini. But you can see just how these people just gag for attention on TikTok. It's a bit like the woman who said there'll be like an alien invasion at the World Cup. Just gagging for attention. It's just feeding your dopamine itch. I mean, what movie has he been in recently? You know what I mean? It's just like, he lives in the bloody $1 million mansion. He's got a dead zebra on the bloody floor. He hasn't even shown his basement. He's prancing around like a flipping 5-year-old girl, you know, think he's like a victim. It's like, mate, you're an adult. Act like one. If that was me and there was an alien in my basement, I'd be like, right, come on, live stream, let's go down, bat in hand, and just let's get this bitch. Do you know what I mean? But no, he's got to prance around, acting like a victim. How embarrassing. James Franco, mate, you're not fooling anyone. And if you do get fooled, I think there's something wrong with you, gonna be honest. Say it like it is. Things needs to be said like it is. So there we go. Yeah, a bit like a, yes, James's dildo sort of situation there. He's gonna come out with a massive rod. Well, there we go. Yeah, so that's just my thoughts on that one. It just has to be said. So there we go, guys. I said I'd only do an hour and a half, and I've only done 2 hours. So there we go. I hope this was a bit educational for people. Learn about today's topics, array of topics, and in fact, I will look back at the 1936 flying saucer crash or something like that in the Black Forest, and I would like to do an update on the oh god, bloody Dragonfly UFO, because I got a bit nostalgic then, and then James came along and ruined it. So there we go. I'm going to leave it there, guys. If you do like what you see, well, I'm going to end the show there basically. So if you do like what you see, I'm going to say please like and subscribe. But is there any point subscribing? Maybe, I don't know, because YouTube are taking so many subscribers away from me. I was going to do a video on it, but yeah, it's. I contacted YouTube and said, why do you like? I don't want to like talk about subscribers, and I shouldn't really look at subscribers, but in the past 2.5 months, YouTube has taken away 679 subscribers. 679 subscribers. And even gained 1 or 2. So imagine how that makes me feel. Like crap. Because I say stuff like it is. I just muted myself. So there we go. But yeah, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. It'd be much appreciated, even though we are heavily shadow banned. But I appreciate everyone being in chat. And this is the reason why I'll continue doing Alien Addict, because it's people like Corbell's cat. Sheep Are Pop, Science Evidence Fringe, Dan Peters, Twisted Hippie, Bob Lazar, Sadie. There we are, Sadie. Black Dot, John Strokes, Slim Yin, Green Tea, and Slim Yin again, and Nathan from the Quantum Show, and Dan Peters again, Twisted Hippie again. Yeah, I'm not joking. I'm not. I literally it's terrible. But anyway, I should continue. Hey, Johnny. Oh, thank you so much, bro. Oh, God. Oh, Johnny, brother, thank you so much, man, for the $10 super chat. That brings warmth to my heart. Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's not to do with the money. I just like having a chin wag with you guys. We have a laugh. You know, you learn something about current day and old school ufology, and that's what I like to do here on the show. You know, mix it up a bit. And the reason why I keep doing these live shows and keep doing Alien Addict is because of you guys. You know, we have a community, a nice niche community, which brings warmth to my heart. And Johnny, thank you so much, man. It is much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's you've made my weekend and you've made my night. Thank you so much. So yeah, it's not about the money, mate. Yeah, we have a great community here. This is it. Yeah. Thank you, Sheep Pop. Much appreciated. I know I shouldn't talk about subscribers. I know that, but it does hurt, YouTube. Okay, it does hurt when I've worked so hard on this channel and you're just like, I'm going to take 30 subscribers away from you in one day. Gain 1 subscriber. Next day, I'll take another 20 away, and it's been like that for months. It's not nice. It's not fair. You know, whilst other channels are end the show, Nick. So I'm just going to ramble. So yes, if you'd like what you see, please like and subscribe. Thank you, Johnny. Much appreciated. It'd be much appreciated, and hype the videos. So I was going to show you a, you know, Sightings, the channel TV program Sightings. There's something to do with was it? Oh, I've got it here. I've got it unlisted. Yes, Mexican UFO fleets. And this is back in the 90s. I'll be uploading that tomorrow on Alien Addict. And I'll promise I'll upload a German flying saucer documentary that will be on Sunday. Okay, so you get 2 documentaries. There we go. So once again, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. And I'll be back on, well, next Friday for another live show. Plus, I'll get some like vlogs in, you know, like I do, like a bit of an update. Oh, Wednesday, I'm going live with Hidden to talk about a UFO sighting, but it's July the 8th. It's supposed to be the Trump disclosure speech. So I'll do a video on that, upload it and see what happens. Nothing's going to happen. I might be wrong, might eat crow, but I think nothing's going to happen in terms of this because it's all to do with Mark Christopher Lee, which again is another showman in ufology. You know, you see what I mean. But yes, that'll be for Wednesday, and I'll be uploading UFO documentaries as well. But you can catch me next Friday for another live show. So there we go. Make sure I've got everyone in chat there. Black Dot. Have James Breaker on the... Oh, mate, should I? Should I? Oh, I'll think about that. I'll think about that. Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. I mean, yes, we'll see at some point. We'll see. We'll see. But no, guys, thank you so much. It is really much appreciated for being in chat. And I'll see you next Friday for another live show. So until next time, always remember, they're watching you, watching us, and we're watching them. Let's play that outro. Outro! Thank you so much, guys. Much appreciated. Have a good one. And here's a picture of me back in the day. Look at that. Goggly eyes. Googly eyes, as one would say. Get off the screen, you. But there is a dot in the sky for you. And what else have I got here? Bit Maria Orsic. There we go. I'll see you soon, guys. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week. Take care.